My name's Aaron, welcome back to my channel. How are you? I am fantastic. Today I'm viewing Acqua di Parma, Quercia. Top notes are lemon, bergamot, petitgrain, and pink pepper. The hard notes are cardamom, geranium, cedarwood. Base notes are tonka bean, patchouli, and oak moss. Do we have our fragrance samples? Are we engaged with the high self? Let's get testing. This is packed full of natural raw materials, and I can tell that because I work with these sort of things all the time. This absolutely does have pink pepper, and it absolutely does have lemon, built on cedarwood, and it has some petitgrain and bergamot twisting through it. This has real oak moss in, and this has patchouli twisting through it. So this has one of the ISOE super molecules, but not ISOE super. I think it's about 3 in the classification as one of them. It's giving a dry, it's not ISOE super, it's sort of more dry and tart. I think it's timber silk. Nice bit of hedione in it. The coumarin is coming in to give sweetness, to juxtapose against quite a heavily dominant natural formulation. It has some sweetness of vanillin coming through, and I'd imagine ethyl brassicate or galaxolide or tonicade as very clean white linen musk coming through to give support and anchor it to the skin. This has some lovely wood compounds, some aromachemal wood compounds, which are giving a soft wood feel to this formulation. The benzoates, benzosalicylate, benzoate, very nice and give a sort of a slight oriental feel to it. The citral is very sharp. This has been sharpened with citral and limonene. This is a very sharp, dry formulation. This is backed up with an aroma chemical that is a oak moss. I can never remember it. It begins with E. So this is backed up with this. So this smells very classic to me. But I think they're trying to make it modern by adding ambroxan and a few aroma chemicals. So on to my final thoughts. It's 197 for 100 ml, so it smells the price that it is. It's packed full of naturals and some aroma chemicals. I'm a little bit underwhelmed, to be honest. For that sort of price, I want something a bit more exciting, and it just feels a little bit too safe for my liking. I think Acqua di Parma is a very traditional brand. I actually know this from someone who works there, so it's a very traditional brand, done things their way, never changing, and this is what you get. It's very underwhelming, actually. It's I personally think the Jean Paul Gaultier one is much better than this and a much better price, and it's sort of quite similar and a little bit more modern. And that says something because the Le Male was done years and years ago, and I think this one's a bit more modern. But there you go, I have to take into account the demographic. I think this is for somebody late 30s, 40s, 50s. This feels older and mature. It doesn't feel particularly youthful, doesn't feel exciting at all. It just feels like a very nice, decent, there's a few leathery compounds twisting through it to try and make it masculine, but yeah, it's a little bit boring. So I'm going to go through the marks with you. In this case, technically, I think it can be much better because I deal with a lot of naturals myself, and if I was going to update a formulation, I would add in a lot more aroma chemicals to make this very, very exciting. So this is sort of where I'm very experienced with dealing with these raw materials. It's got some dihydromercenol to give it a very masculine edge to it. So they're trying to update it, but it's not really updated to me. It's sort of quite dated formulation. It smells like it is, but I think you love the house, you love the house. The pepper's very nice. I'm going to mark it a 2.5 out of 4 because I could do better than this, actually. Is it worth the price? I'd give it a 1 out of 2. Very, very underwhelmed, actually. Do I like it? I love the amount of naturals, and I love the choice, and I love the way it's sort of put together. I think it's very, very nice, but I think it's as I said, I think they're much better formulations for half the price. Le Male, I think, is far more superior to this than this. It's okay, but it's quite simplistic for me, so I'm going to give it a 2.5 out of 4. So we've got 5, 6. I think 6. Very underwhelmed. Very unimpressed. It's okay. The cinemates are very nice, twisting for it. How would I improve upon it? I would add a lot more raw materials, exciting raw materials. I would freshen this up. I'd make it much, much more exciting. This feels to me, I can imagine being in the perfume in the room with very people who've been in the brand for years and years and years, and they go, we want something a little bit updated, and there's this fear around it. It feels okay. I'm not picking up lavender, but I'm getting a sort of a slight lavendery note. So I'd imagine it's got a lavandin raw material twisting for it. I'm going to be generous and I'm going to mark it a 7 actually. I think it's worth a 7, so it's 7 out of 10. But as I said, I think there's Le Male I think is around for a lot longer, and I think it's better than this for like half the price. I think that was about £50 or something. This, I think if this was about £100 for 100 mils, for about £1 a mil, I would think it was absolutely marks would go up much higher, but I think it's a little bit overpriced for my liking. A little bit of ambroxan in there. It's okay. Disappointing. So I hope that's review. I shall see you soon for another one.